Well, good morning, my friends. This is Jen, and I've got 3 more bunnies ready, and I wanted to show them to you. This one is a little bit, I don't know, more Victorian-y, I guess. It's got a key on some purple seam binding, and on this side there's a little, I think that's cute, it's a little bird with some rhinestones, and it's hanging on a bulb pin with some little pearls. And here's the little heart that I've got with it. Had some embroidery on it, and then I cut that out and made a heart shape. And this is bunny number 36. I'm bunny 36. Yay! Yay! Yeah, okay, settle down there. You know, we don't want anyone to overlook you thinking you have a little ADHD. I think really that he's okay. So here is the journal that goes with this one. I used embroidered cloth. This is lace to tie it shut. This is a little puffy heart on a, I don't know, one of those stick pin things. And then it's hanging by a bulb pin. There's some pearls. There's some trim at the top. This is just to hold it closed. And the puffy heart thing is stuck on the lace. And so that's the front, and some lace at the bottom, and back, and lace at the bottom. Okay, so you open it up, and it's got some of this really pretty trim at the top. And here's a little pocket made out of some crochet stuff. I tried to make these journals simpler, you know, but they have a mind of their own, and they just come out the way they want to come out, and I have no control over that. So the journals have been taking me longer to make, and they're a little bit more involved. Here is some napkin decoupage on a Lord Byron saying thing. And there's a duck on a nest, or a bird of some kind. Little girl from Tim Holtz says, I want to dance. And this says, I will always be by your side. Here's some music paper. A little stamp that says friends. And then this is, you are my forever friend. And there's Bunny. Oh, and the back has just the napkin decoupage on the little book. Yeah. Okay, so that goes in this little place like this. This page is a picture of 2 bunnies in love, and there's a little button with some lace underneath it, and then this has a little pocket on the side, and you pull this out, and this is actually like lace, paper. It's paper that looks like lace. I got that from my friend Jan Delbone. And it says, when I saw you, I fell in love, and you smiled because you knew. Shakespeare said that. And there's a little heart made out of newsprint. And so that's that. And that goes in this side pocket here. And then we have this guy right here, and there's a little pocket down here. And in the little pocket, there's a little tiny envelope, and there's also a little tiny piece of paper. So the piece of paper says, Bertram, one of the king's men, testified in court on the grisly details of Mr. Dumpty's recent fall. So this is Bertram here, and you know Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, and he was one of the king's men, and they couldn't put poor Humpty back together again, so he had to testify about that in court. And this little tiny envelope has some little tiny things in it. There's some ephemera, and then this says, be kind. You know, I'm just a little bit crazy because I don't know why I go to that much trouble to make a little envelope and put something in it that's, so kind of like tiny, but I love these little tiny things. I'm just drawn to them, and even though it's not earth-shattering, I think we all need to be kind, much kinder to each other, and, the whole world could benefit from that. So, anyway, here is a picture of a lovely bunny. I don't know what era that is, but he's very handsome, looks very important. And this is the little envelope that has the certificate of authenticity. This comes with every bunny, and it's the very old, thin paper that feels like it's been around for 100 years. And this happens to be bunny number 36. So we're moving up on the numbers of the bunnies. And that goes in here. It's got a real stamp on it and everything. And this has some crocheted trim on it. And this page has a bird. I don't know what kind of bird it is, just a bird card. I thought it looked kind of Victorian. And here is a lovely bunny with a blue brooch that also looks kind of Victorian. And these behind her is the list of bunny promises that also comes with every journal. And there's Bunny holding the string on a balloon. It says, I promise. I promise I will not chew with my mouth open unless I just had oral surgery. I promise not to sniff my armpits at the table to see if I need a shower. I promise not to use your toothbrush anymore to scratch that one spot on my back that I just can't reach. I do so solemnly swear, Bunny. So, and there's just some stamping on the back. It's nice to know that Bunny is committed to being a good roommate and a good person to live with, so you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And here, this went into the wrong place. I'll put that away later. Another pocket with some crochet down here and some old book paper. And there's a picture of a pretty girl. It says, life was meant to be loved. Curiosity must be kept alive. One must never turn her back on life. Eleanor Roosevelt said that. And I know, I've told you before, she was a great lady. And this says, once you become real, you can't become unreal again. It lasts for always. The Velveteen Rabbit. That's another of my favorite sayings. And here's a very handsome bunny that looks like maybe he was in the, Queen's Army or whatever. I don't know a lot about that kind of history. And here's a little book. It says, Adventures with Bunny. And we have XO and then the numbered areas. So you can write down bunny things that you have done. It says, from the moment I saw you, I knew an adventure was about to happen. I'm having a little trouble keeping this in the photo frame or the video frame because I'm doing it differently. And yeah, you'd think by now I would have a system that actually works, but well, I don't. I don't like this part of the creating. I just like to create. I'm not real crazy about the rest of it. So anyway, there's a stamp that says friends. There's a picture of a stamp I got from my friend Angel in Austria. And there's a picture of one of the Tim Holtz guys, and it said his father smelled suspiciously like mothballs. That really cracked me up. I don't know why, but that guy looks like a crotchety old man, and my grandma, she always had mothballs in the closet to keep moths away, obviously, from their coats and things like that, and I hate the smell of mothballs, and yeah, I think I'd rather have the moth. So anyway, oh, and there is Bunny, Mr. Man About Town with his fancy top hat and his tuxedo. Doesn't he look handsome? I think he's ready for a big time. Okay, so that goes in this pocket. And then we have, this has a napkin decoupage. This is a pocket on the back and some more of that trim. There's a picture of a little girl and the moon. And it says, "Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars." That's an old Frank Sinatra song. That goes in there. And the back is, like the front. It's got embroidery up here, but it's on a smaller scale. The front's bigger. So, that is bunny number 36. This is bunny number 37. He also has a key and a B for bunny, along with various homespun and, what do you call that stuff? Oh, God. Twine, and some, I don't know, crochet stuff, and there's the heart, and, yeah, bunny number 38. 38. Okay. And, oh, hi, I just wanted to tell you, I really appreciate you watching my show. This is bunny number 38 show. Woo, woo, da, da, da. Bunny, this is not just your show, and I think that you should apologize to the other bunnies for being so brash and bossy. Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm sorry, you guys. That was kind of brash and bossy. I hope you don't take it personally. Okay, bye me. Okay, thank you, Bunny. It was a lovely apology. Okay, this book is just shut with twine. And there we go. On the front, you've got a heart with lace and a heart with fabric and just a little piece of fabric. A bulb pin. It's got a couple of these little wooden, I don't know what they are, like little wooden beads, I guess, or something. And then up here, we've got a great big pin with, oh, and I saw these on a video by someone called Mrs. Cog, and the pins don't have one of those little things at the bottom. I don't even know what you call those little things, but you know how like a safety pin has like a round thing down here and that stops anything from going further. And she did a video about these pins, and I don't know what they're called, but they don't have that, and I thought those were kind of cool. So those came from me watching her video. And here is some trim on the side, and I actually stitched on some little bells and beads, along the way. And the back, that's napkin decoupage on the back. So, inside, whoops, here we go. This is our first page. This page is such a cute picture of little bunnies. They look like they're going to a birthday party or something because they got little presents. And this thing, yeah. Okay, there's this little girl right here, or this young lady, I guess I should say. And it says, even though she never did find out what a tuffet was, Miss Muffet really was terrified of spiders. So that goes with, I don't know why I keep thinking up these nursery rhyme things. Maybe you guys hate them. I don't know. I think they're funny. And then when I, when I have a picture of somebody that looks like this and then I apply those words to it, it just really cracks me up. I'm just a little bit different. And there is the Velveteen Rabbit story about becoming real. And there's, I think that's a vintage sticker over here. And this, there's a picture of this guy, and out of a book I got the thing that just says Sam burst out laughing. Because things like that just make me smile. I don't know why. I have a very strange sense of humor. Anyway, okay, and this is a little book. I found this music book. It was so cute, and it had big pictures of, like, nursery rhyme things in it, and I didn't really want to cut it up, but I did cut up one page to make this. And there's Bunny. It says, "Be kind." And then it says, "I am your forever friend." And this had just, it was like teaching kids about music. I am a measure, I am a staff, I am a whole note. And there's a little elephant, because everybody that likes music should probably like elephants. And this says, "I will always be by your side." And there's a lovely ballerina. And that's the back of the book. So anyway, I liked the paper from that. And napkin decoupage, and some lace down at the bottom with a button. Here is another picture. It says Bart the Bunny Easter Treats, and it's got some trim down the side. And this is promises. Promises from Bunny. "I promise I will not sniff my armpits at the table to see if I need a shower. I promise not to spit watermelon seeds at the TV to see if they stick. I promise not to poop on the floor unless it's an emergency. But if I do, I promise to put orange traffic cones around it so you won't step in it before you have a chance to clean it up. I do so solemnly swear, Bunny." Okay, Bunny, that's really nice of you, because no one likes to step in poop. It's just gross. So, and here is another picture of a lady with a bunch of layers and stuff. I don't know, there's tickets, this is a handkerchief, there's laces, there's all kinds of stuff. And I made a little pocket down there at the bottom. There's a little flower stamped on here, and it says, oh, this is another one. This is about Jack and Jill. Jill had finally had enough and decided that from now on Jack could fetch his own damn water. So, yeah. I just thought that was funny. Okay, then. We'll put that back in here. If you don't like those, you could change that out for your own little saying. Anyway, here is another picture of this lovely bunny. And down here, this is the thing I was talking about. Safety pins have that round thing there. And the one I got from Mrs. Cog's video, they don't have that. Anyway, there's just some blue beads on here. And up here is a little piece of that lace paper stuff. And if I can figure out how this opens, well, that would be great, wouldn't it? There we go. Well, upside down. This is the to become real thing. Oh, no, this is different. To become a real bunny, you must prove yourself brave, truthful, and unselfish. That's from Pinocchio. And there's Bunny with a bow tie. So, that is different than the other one. Okay. And then we've got this lovely bird on, and some sari silk down there with a safety pin, and it says, "She decided to free herself, dance into the wind, create a new language, and the birds fluttered around her, writing yes in the sky." And here is a bunny. It looks very important and businesslike. This is Certificate of Authenticity. I'm not going to open it, but do you hear the lovely scrunch? Yes, that's lovely. I love that. So that goes back in here, and this is for bunny number 37. And this is a really pretty little girl, and I put some rose things down here, rose trim. And then this is the back pocket, and this was supposed to fit in the back pocket, but I always get so carried away with the things I make, and it didn't fit. It was too fat, but I liked this, and I didn't want to just toss it and start over. So I tied string around it and stuck it in the back of the book anyway. And this is a little book. I even managed to get a little bit of a spine on there. This is Our Adventures, and this is from Bunny. And I found this quote in a book that says, "Ha ha ha ha," and he broke into a laugh so joyous, and I joined in. I love taking things out of books and out of context, and I don't know. I told you I'm weird, and I mean it. Okay, Bunny and Me, XOXO. Here are lines to write your adventures on. And then here is a page with just some ephemera on it. And here is a page with a map in case you want to map your travels. And here's a bunch of kids. It says, "Be your own kind of beautiful," which I think is really important because everybody always tries to be like somebody else. And it says, "From the moment I saw you, I knew an adventure was about to happen." And it says, "More stuff we did." So there's extra space for journaling purposes. And this says, "Friends," and here's a little piece of paper. It's got a heart on it. And this is a picture of the moon and some stars. And in here is a little tiny note. It also says, "Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars." And here is the back, has a napkin decoupage. And this is a little tiny envelope, as you will see. But when you open it up, instead of being an envelope, voila! It's actually a heart folded to look like an envelope. I learned that trick from Michelle Mulligan. And it says you can dance anywhere you want, even if only in your heart. So you fold that back up, and it looks like a little envelope again. And stick it inside this little thing here. And it says "Delight." And here's some pictures of some butterflies. That's a stamp. And there's Bunny's little butt. And more napkin decoupage. And that's the end of the little book. So, that is Bunny number 37 stuff. And here is Bunny number 38. Hello, I'm number 38, and I'm really the cutest if you want to, get specific. But I probably shouldn't say that because Mom will say it's rude. Bunny, that's rude. See, I told ya. Okay, Bunny, that's enough. He's got a little heart with the stitching around it, and his little bow is, I don't even know what this is, but it's very old and kind of beat up. And here's a key. Here's some lattice type crochet stuff. And here's a little bulb pin with some green beads. Beads. Yeah. Okay. And then on the back, it says Bunny number 37. There's his little bunny tail. So, there's Bunny number 37. And don't forget me. Ooh, don't forget me. Okay, Bunny, they're not going to forget you. I can tell you that. That will not happen. Excuse me. I need a little drink of water. Okay, I'm ready to go. Here is Bunny's, the front of his book. It's got 4-footed lovers. I think that's such a cute picture. There is a key hanging on a rusted pin that has some beads on it. And then on the back, this is just some lace, and there's book pages peeking through it. And this is a, those, like it's a paper clip. And what I did was I just spread it out. I opened it. I twisted the bottom with a pair of pliers, and then I put some beads on it, and then this bigger bead that kind of looks like a stone. So, yeah, I just put that on the back for some added interest. Okay. So we go into the book, and here we have Bunny in the front pocket, and you open it up, and there is a lovely couple from Tim Holtz. This is a good way to use those little tiny people. And this says, oh, this is Sweet Dreams Till Sunbeams Find You. And that's a song from the Mamas and the Papas. And Dream a Little Dream of Me. So I like that. So that goes behind our lovely couple. And then I'm Your Forever Friend. Here's a picture of a heart and a friend stamp. This is to help you pull it up out of the pocket easier. It says, I will always be by your side. And there's a little girl eating her breakfast. And this is the homespun, and that's where it goes. This is just some old music paper behind there. And here's a picture of a little bunny guy. Looks like he's traveling, and he's got some homespun sewn down the edge. And this says, be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. That was from Dr. Seuss, and it's a lot of good advice there. You should be yourself and don't worry about what everybody else thinks. Here is a burlap heart with a pin with some beads on it, some doily, some fabric pieces. There's a little pocket down here, and inside the pocket there's a little piece of trim with a little tiny rusted paper clip, and it is an envelope. And you open this up, and this is really exciting. I don't even remember what this says myself. It's just amazing. Okay. Wherever you go, go with all your heart, for you were born to shine. And on the back, there's a little picture of a heart stamp. And, you know, I think that's good advice, too, because I guess if you're always doing the best you can do, whether it's a lot or whether it's a little, you know, it's a good thing, because people watch what you do, and it's nice to always put your best foot forward. Here is, oh, I love this picture. It's like a maid, and she's got a big carrot cake. And here is a